Every mouse and key gamer dreams of discovering the one, a mouse that feels like an extension of your hand. The kind that just clicks. When I received the Pulsar X2F, I thought it might just be another overhyped ultralight pointer, but then I gripped it and the difference hit me. So this is the Pulsar X2F, Pulsar Labs' boldest design so far. It isn't just another lightweight mouse in a sea of lightweight mouses these days. It's a fingertip first fighter, engineered with feedback from over 200 pro gamers, and you can definitely tell. It packs the XS1 flagship sensor, which means up to 32,000 DPI, 750 IPS tracking, and 50G acceleration. Everything runs on a 32-bit ARM core and is crazy light, just 38 grams. It drops the rear hump entirely, giving it that radical fingertip grip vibe. And it has 8K polling for extremely low latency. Most gaming mice today use the PAW3395 sensor, while the most premium models feature the PAW3950, which offers slightly higher specs. The Pulsar XS1 in the X2F is essentially a customized 3950 with a few more features. So does it live up to the numbers? Jumping into actual matches, the X2F feels incredibly light and responsive. The movements are so precise, flicks are effortless, and it just feels like I'm pointing with my hand instead of actually using a mouse. It's pretty much weightless at 38 grams. The 8K polling makes input feel instant, and like I said earlier, I can barely notice I'm using a mouse. But as with any weapon, it has its niche. Its ultra flat shape and rearless design make it decidedly fingertip users only. If you're a palm grip player, then you're probably going to want to avoid this mouse. Speaking of grip, the coating on the mouse is similar to the X2 Premium Black. It's got that rubbery matte feeling, and it just offers a ton of grip whether your hand is cold or warmed up. For the switches, Pulsar opted for Huano Blue Pink Dot mechanical switches. They're rated for 80 million clicks. They're super crisp, they're super tactile, they feel pro grade. I really like the switch implementation here. The scroll wheel uses the Pulsar Blue encoder. It is dust proof, it's quiet, it feels good. I don't really have a lot to say about it. It's a good implementation. You also get 3 LOD settings, 0.7, 1, and 2. They include 3 different types of PTFE skates with different amounts of coverage depending on your preference. I went with the dot skates for mine. To configure the X2F, there's a web-based control panel called Bibimbap. To get in, you just head over to bbb.pulsar.gg, select the F2F, and if there's a firmware update available, it'll prompt you right away like it did for me. Once you're inside, the homepage gives you a clean overview of your mouse status and configuration settings. From there, you can remap any of the buttons with different functions, system commands, or macros. You can also set up your DPI presets and adjust the amount that are available to cycle through with the physical DPI button on the mouse. Other options include adjusting the LED indicator, changing your polling rate, tweaking the liftoff distance, and even calibrating for mouse rotation if you tend to hold it at an angle. There are also some deeper performance settings. Pulsar Motion Sync smooths out timing between your mouse and PC for more consistent tracking. Ripple controls help filter out micro jitter in high DPI settings. Angle Snap slightly straightens your movements for cleaner lines if you're doing designing or aiming in a certain style. And lastly, there's Turbo Mode. This is a really cool feature. Normally the sensor's FPS rate scales depending on your polling rate and DPI. So at high DPI with fast polling, you might get around 20,000 FPS. But with lower settings, that rate can dip way down, sometimes even under 1,000 FPS. With turbo mode enabled, the X2F locks the sensor to 20,000 FPS at all times. Ultimately, what that means is you get smoother tracking and more stable performance. It should also feel more responsive, no matter how you've got the rest of your settings configured. The trade-off for that is that it uses more power, so you'll need to charge your battery more often. But if you do want the best performance, I recommend using turbo mode. This feature is only available for the Crazy Light, the 10s, and the X2F right now. To use it, just make sure your firmware is up to date. Moving on, you can also adjust your debounce time for your clicks. And if you're into automation and macros, you can build anything from simple keybinds to complex macros right inside the software. Next, they have a power saving option that enables low power mode to extend the battery life, and then you can also adjust the dongle LED behavior. Finally, under the settings tab, you can check your firmware version, pair new devices, or do a full factory reset if you ever need to start fresh. To top it all off, you can create 4 different profiles, so you can have one for competitive FPS, maybe one for work, maybe one for editing, for designing, whatever you need, and you can swap through them instantly. This is one of the most polished UIs that I've seen for a web-based control panel, and it's the type of thing you'd come to expect from a company like Pulsar. Now let's talk about the price. At $150, this mouse is definitely in the premium range, and the big question is, why would you spend 3 times as much when you can get a great ultralight mouse like the IPI Float for $50, right? If your main focus is value, there are plenty of low-cost options out there with great sensors, good switches, and great build quality. And for most players, this will cover everything you need. But the X2F isn't really competing on price, it's chasing top shelf performance. Every single detail is engineered for precision and performance, from the minimal shell to the refined clicks, the high-speed sensor, and the perfectly balanced shape. It's for players looking for a no compromise experience. And for those people, I think this mouse definitely justifies the cost. I wouldn't say it's for everyone, but if you want the highest level of engineering in an ultralight package and you're a fingertip or claw user, it's definitely worth considering. I would recommend taking a look at it. Here's my conclusion about the mouse. If you're looking for something that's ultralight, ultra fast, ultra precise, ultra everything, the X2F delivers in terms of performance. It also looks badass. It's designed for a specific style of user, for fingertip and claw users only, and for fast-paced gaming, probably for FPS shooters mostly. So if that's you, is the X2F the secret weapon you've been looking for? I think so. I definitely recommend taking a look at it if you're a highly competitive gamer looking for top shelf performance. So that's my take on the Pulsar X2F. What do you think? Is it a hidden gem or is it just hype? Drop your verdict in the comments, and if you found this video helpful, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to keep the gear reviews coming. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.